In this video, we're going to show you escapes from the headlock position. The headlock isn't it's a part you need to learn, you need to master the idea, because once you're on the bottom, especially how we showed you in a previous video about defending, just jump over here for a second, sir. In the previous video, we're showing you, you're in this type of position when everything's going wrong. Okay, so we're trying to make sure that we're not going to get hit. And from this position, if you remember, we were here, and if he tried to punch me in the head with this arm, I'm turning with this, and he might catch me in a headlock. Okay, so over here to face the camera. So that just becomes one of the things you have to worry about. If I punch my arm up and I'm trying to scoot down, the person might catch my head. So if the person catches your head, one, this hand, you don't want it to be up here. You want to make sure that this hand is tucked, okay? Because I need to be able to roll to move my body around. So the moment the person grabs a hold of my head, what I want to do is to see if I can get a frame. This should be the first thing you always look for. If you have a good frame, it doesn't matter how much weight they push into you, they won't be able to come towards you. So you'll have a frame, and it's not about shoving them. It's just here to keep him where he is. Now from here, you want to move your hips away from him. So you're extending your body, like you're arching, moving. Now maybe they can keep up with you, maybe they can't. But if I'm moving and I get about this far away from him, he's in trouble. So I have two options. I can now push with my hands and get up on my elbow, or bring my foot over his head and use my foot to push. Maybe his arm pops off and I get the arm, I'll bring it back. Or I'm pushing and I use that as my way to get up and get that top position. So again, I could be here and I want to get this frame. Always look for that frame. But we're not able to get it. We're trying to get it in there. And while everything's happening, keep trying. Never give up on the frame. Is the easiest one to use. So you're trying to get this, but while you're trying to get it, you get close to him and fish with your foot to hook his leg. If I can get from here and hook onto his foot, then I'm no longer fishing for the frame. I'm going to get up putting my weight on his body. So I want to get up this way. So I put this foot on the ground behind me so I can push off of that foot. This arm is just putting pressure on him, and I'm getting up, and when his arm slips off, I can keep his arm behind his back, or just take his back. Move down just a little bit this way. Towards the wall a bit. Okay, so from here again, they got a hold of your head. You're trying to get this frame, but you're having a hard time getting the frame. So again, keep trying for it. And now you're going to fish for something, but you're trying to get the fish, and you can't get that foot. He's pulling it away from you. At that point, you just sit there and say to yourself, lock here, throw your hips away again, that big arch, and pull on the shoulder while you get up on your elbow. Just like you're dropping them to their back. You just let it roll and get up. And again, you get in the top position. So those three moves, going for the frame, if you can't get the frame, you're trying to fish for the leg. If I can't get the leg, then I'm going to throw my hips back and pull on the shoulder. You're always cycling between those three. The only time I'm not using those three is when he gets under my arm. So, yeah, hug my arm. There we go. He's got me like this, okay? Or he's holding you like that. You're not able to pull this elbow back. So what that does now is I can't rotate this way well. So what you're going to do, though, is still grab, try to fish for that foot. Try to go after him. Make him have to hold you down. Okay? While you're moving this way, you're moving his body this way, or he's already doing it for you. So as his body is leaning this way and his movements are crushing your head, you want to bridge. I'll just raise up for a minute. When you bridge, you want to make sure your movements are always done like this. bridge, and reach. Okay? You don't pull the person over your body. If I'm bridging this way, I'm going to bridge and reach. I'm moving up. So, when I'm here, and he's got to control my arms, and they're trying to crush you, and you're moving, you're going after him, it's a timing thing, or it's going to be hard work. As he moves up this way with you, you bridge forward, move his body forward, and turn. Then there's no work to it. So one more time. Just want you to hold me down real good. Yeah. So they've got you pinned. You're trying to make things work. And while you're moving, and you gotta shuck around his body, just make movement, try to get your hand free, and then all of a sudden go forward and turn them. And what I just want you to do is to see that you're working to hear my voice go, to try and turn. It's just in that moment where we're moving, all of a sudden, bridge up, so he's going this way, and you keep turning. Reach, go forward, so he just rolls over his shoulder. Those are the basic moves we go through. You can go into the twister. I think we have that in another video, don't we?
Yep.
So there's a lot of options you have, but those are the 4 primary escapes that you're going to use from the headlock position. Okay? So again, if you have any questions or problems that you're having, just put it in the comments below, and we'll be more than willing to answer your questions. Happy training.